Alright, third video of 4 to be recorded today, because the next one I'm going to do is most promising Premier League 11. I have recorded now, or I have made a combination of what I think is the best backup Premier League 11. Okay. And this, by backup, I mean players who have been somewhat displaced in the side, or I mean players who are genuinely brought in as backups. So there's one player in here that was brought in that was meant to be a main player that's sort of become a backup to a player that's recently found their form. Goalkeeper, it was really easy for me. Dean Henderson. Still don't understand how he's not United's number one yet. He is the best backup goalkeeper in the league. Should be England's number one. How are they still sticking with David De Gea? Left back Alex Telles. This is the one I was talking about. Brought in to be a mainstayer and is somewhat become a backup now for Luke Shaw. Shaw has, out of absolutely nowhere, reignited his potential that United saw in him when he was playing for Southampton. I don't know where this has come from, but Luke Shaw has actually started playing well this season, and he's really left Telles out of the side. Eric Bailly is next. I don't get how he's a backup. I honestly don't. I don't get how United are still sticking with a centre-back partnership of Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. How on earth can you stick with them two? It should be Lindelof and Bailly. How are you sticking with Maguire in your team sheet? How is he still your captain? Did you see the way he played against Everton? He was terrible. The other centre-back I've gone for is Davinson Sanchez because he doesn't regularly start for Tottenham. The centre-back the pairing is somewhat now Toby Alderweireld and Eric Dyer. And when he's not available, when one of them's not available, it's now Joe Rodon who starts more regularly. Davinson Sanchez has become somewhat of a backup, and I don't know why. And yeah, and right back, I've gone for Cesar Azpilicueta because he's been somewhat displaced in that Chelsea team with Reece James now becoming the main right back. Though since Tuchel's arrival, he's been back in the side for pretty much every game. Yeah, for all 3 games that Tuchel's been in charge of, he has been the manager. Fuck's sake, in the starting team sheet. I know what I meant. But Reece James has played every other game this season when Lampard was the manager. So I think Azpi is the best backup right back in the league. CDMs, I went for Fred and Naby Keita. Keita doesn't often start. When he does, he's class. When he doesn't, he just comes off the bench and he's class. Problem is he's injury prone, which is why he's only a backup. He'd easily get in that team over Wijnaldum or Thiago if he wasn't so injury prone. Fred, on the other hand, he should be getting more starts at United. It's very clear to me that he still has that potential. I know he's like 27 or 28, however old he is. But age really means nothing in football unless it's FIFA. He's still got years ahead of him, and I still think that Fred has got a lot to prove. Honestly, United just need to stop whinging and give him a chance. For me, Fred easily gets into that team over Matic. They do have a few too many midfielders. Fernandes, Pogba, Matic, Van der Beek, Mata, Fred. They've got 6 potentially starting midfielders, and only 2 of them are attacking. Fernandes and Van der Beek. I didn't go for Van der Beek as cam, though. I went for someone who's more Premier League proven, but still not regularly starting in the league. And that's mainly because of Kevin De Bruyne's ability, and that is Phil Foden. He deserves more starts. He always comes off the bench, and he starts in every cup game. Starting him regularly in the league. Of course, he'll get regular starts now because De Bruyne is injured. It's hard to displace De Bruyne in that team. But Foden does deserve more game time. Right wing, it was very easy for me. I still don't understand why Jose Mourinho is mistreating this man. Gareth Bale. You've literally got one of the world's best wingers on your bench, and you're not even bringing him on against the likes of flipping Sheffield United and Chelsea. Use him. He's not there to sit on the bench. He left Real Madrid because he was being left on the bench. Don't repeat the same things, Jose. Use Gareth Bale. Left wing, it was very easy for me. It's a player that Liverpool are so missing at the moment. He was in incredible goal-scoring form before he was surprisingly named in a team sheet for a 1-1 draw away at Midtjylland, in which he got injured. That should have been a big lesson to Klopp. It is, of course, Diogo Jota. I don't really see him as a backup. However, he doesn't often get into the starting lineup ahead of Salah, Mane and Firmino, for obvious reasons. So for me, Diogo Jota is the best backup left wing in the Premier League. People see him as a striker. He's not. He's a left winger, and he's played a couple of times for us in midfield as well. But he is a left winger by preferred position, and he is the best in his field in terms of being a backup. And for a striker, I went for a final Manchester United player, Edinson Cavani. He's got into the team as a starting player for the last few games, but Anthony Martial is still the first choice striker, let's be realistic. Cavani is the best backup striker in the league. He's proven that he's still got it at 33 years of age. Or is he 34? One of. He's proven that he's still got it. He can still do it. 3 goals in 3 appearances against Everton this season. He's scored in every game against them. That's not 2 in one game, 1 in the other, and none in the other. That's 1 in every game against them. Yeah. It's a bit like Suarez against Norwich, isn't it? Scored in every game against them. But yeah, Cavani's the best backup striker in the league, and that is it. So, I'm now going to go and record the final video today, which is the most promising 11. I will upload them in the order that they were recorded. And yeah, see you in a bit.